My son Eiler is right here.
So, hey, how are you?
Hi.
So, let's see. So, you are July 31, right?
Yep.
2004. It was a Saturday at 2:29 p.m. So, the interesting thing about your chart is you probably know that you're born right on the full moon. Right on the full moon. And that's kind of rare. It basically means that you came here riding the moon, in a sense, that you have a special affinity to the lunar energy, which is not typical for an Leo, because Leo is ruled by the sun. So you're kind of a combination of somebody very lunar, meaning very emotional, sensitive, fluctuating, artistic, creative, connected to your feminine energy, as well as solar, which talks about being able to be in the center of attention, being able to draw fire and work with fire, especially because even your Mars, which is the energy of war and aggression and strength, is also in Leo, and it's sending very good energy to Pluto. So first of all, now you're maybe a little bit younger, but eventually actually going out and doing a lot of workouts or martial arts would be really good for you, because your Mars needs to be activated. I think that wasn't your name Arthur? And the thing that again makes your chart very interesting is because you're born on a full moon. Sometimes it feels like you're stuck between two forces, two cities. Maybe eventually you're gonna travel between two coasts or two continents, or have two professions. There's something about being born on the full moon when the moon pulls you in one direction, the sun pulls you in another direction. And the good thing about it is that you can be a very good mediator, a very good messenger, a very good person that can actually link people that are completely opposite, because inside of you is that mechanism of understanding opposition. Again, because when you were born, there was a lot of push and pull.
Well, my son Eiler is right here.
Now in your house of writing, and in general you have a gift with writing, but it might take you time to develop it, because your Mercury is considered to be exalted, meaning that it's getting the best energy possible in the chart. It's in your house of career, so in your career it definitely is going to be involving some form of writing, but the biggest thing about the chart is that combination of the sun in Leo, which is very creative, and the moon in Aquarius, which is really about people, communities, groups, organizations, non-profits. It's really an energy of concern with humanity. And what makes your chart a little bit more complicated is that you are a Leo, which wants to be in the center of attention, that wants to be on the stage, but your rising sign is Scorpio. And Scorpio is more like the spy, the doctor, the healer, somebody who is a psychologist, somebody that is behind the scene helping people in the dark, So in one sense, there is this need to be seen, to be noticed, but at the same time, you have an interest maybe in the occult, hidden energies. You're very intimate, meaning that people find it easy to share their problems with you, to download their issues from that Scorpio. So the Scorpio rising in you, which is your path, is the path of water, but you are a creature of fire. So it's as if you are like a jinn, like a fire creature trying to walk on the river, on the water. So it's kind of creates a lot of steam, and steam basically means a lot of thoughts. You think all the time, and that's why I told you that eventually you're going to be able to be a good writer. Career, you have your Jupiter in the house of career, which actually means success. Now, besides that, you have your moon in Aquarius. Moon in Aquarius means that women in general, your mother in particular, could become your friend. Your moon is on top of Neptune, which means that you have an instinct about mysticism, intuition. Sometimes when you're young, you don't pay attention to it, or you take it for granted. It's like being able to sense people and thinking that everybody senses the same way. But as you get older, you'll see that the more you do things like meditations, or the more you spend time on your own, especially by water, you're going to start feeling that you have a lot of connection to your inner voice or your imagination.
Well, my son Eiler is right here.
But 2022 is really when the home energy is opening up. So I don't know if you're gonna do college close to home or far away, but that's when you're gonna feel like my home energy is opening up. That's much more in 2022. And 2023, there is love, connection to sports, connection to being able to feel happy. Their whole energy of happiness is gonna be stronger. So it's kind of interesting that again, Scorpio rising is I'm not saying it's difficult, it's just that it's very intense, and Leo is all about fun and happiness. So maybe you can combine both of these things. You also have a beautiful triangle of protection around you, so I'm not saying you should jump from high places and not get injured, but I'm saying that overall, compared to other people, you actually have quite a lot of protection. Listen, you have Capricorn, which is difficulties in the house of lower education. Lower education is grade 1 to grade 12. You kind of have to live with it, because some people love school and some people go back in when they're 50s and thinking, oh my god, I had so much good time in high school. That's why there's so much coming to age movies, it's because men in studios fantasize about their time in high school. You're not going to fantasize about it, I can tell you, because you have actually, your Leo energy is in the house of higher education, in the house of foreign cultures, in the house of truth. Those are the places where you have your Mars, which is the ruler of your chart. That's where you're you're coming to your manhood in a sense, not in your lower education. Lower education, you have Neptune. It's oversensitivity. You're too open there. You're too imaginative for some people. It's almost as if you can't access the lion in you. Now, from February of last year, Saturn moved into that house until 2023, which basically is until the end of high school, right? 2022, 2023. That's when you're changing location. I told you there might be a move to a different place. Maybe because of college, maybe because of university. But until then, it's not the easiest. And I told you, it's not the easiest. January next year, December next year. So just be aware. It's like, it sucks that it's winter, but it's winter. What can we do? So the same thing, it sucks for another year. How long do you have more? But I think that you just have to pull through it, because at least we know that higher education is great. Imagine it would have been reversed. You would have been the king of the school, everything is great, all the girls are after you, blah, blah. You come to high school, to college, university, nobody pays attention to you. That would have been terrible. You know what I mean? So at least we know you're kind of like more of the ugly duckling syndrome, that you're going to realize suddenly when you're in a university that you can spread your wings and fly. I can't really find what the meaning is. I guess it's Eiler. What is Eiler? Eiler. No, I can't find it. I guess sometimes with musicians the problem is that they make up their name. I know that in Turkish at least, is the moon, which is kind of interesting, because you're born on the full moon. Ler, I don't know if it's the same. Where's the guy from, the jazz musician? American? Here, Albert Ayer was American avant-garde jazz saxophonist, singer, and composer. No, he's an avant-garde jazz saxophonist, singer, and composer. He died in 1970. But I doubt that. Oh wait, I love. What they say, oak tree in Hebrew? That's not true. I love oak tree. I love. No. I think people don't know. If it's empty, you can decide what it means.
That's it? He's saying that from all that? Why did you make that? I don't know. That'd be interesting.
It's not.